In this podcast, we will discuss a more environmentally friendly wastewater system for Hamilton. To begin, the treatment of water in Hamilton uses water from Lake Ontario and filters, cleans, and treats it at the Woodward Avenue Treatment Facility. The treatment process includes pre-chlorination, screening, sedimentation, and adding fluoride, which is beneficial for dental health. Wastewater collection is also part of water treatment in Hamilton. The combined sewer overflow tanks were added to reduce the stress on the treatment plants. They were also added as the sewer infrastructure in Hamilton has not kept up with the growing population. The tanks work by storing combined sewage that is later sent to the treatment plant to be treated, which is typically during heavy rain. The tanks have stopped an estimate of 2.5 million cubic meters of combined sewer overflow from entering the harbor, which is equivalent to 1,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. However, this should be looked at as a temporary solution to the problem, and a more permanent solution should be implemented for new and existing neighborhoods. The permanent solution we have chosen is Greywater.
Greywater is gently used water that doesn't contain serious contaminants and can be used for household matters or in your landscape. The main purpose of greywater recycling is to replace precious drinking water used in applications that do not require a high water quality like irrigation. Residential greywater usually comes from three main sources: the laundry, the sink, and the shower/bathtub. Laundry washing accounts for 10 to 30% of the average household water use, but greywater from laundry is easy to capture. A simple solution that can be implemented by households is a laundry drum system. In this system, the greywater is diverted from the laundry washer hose into a drum. The bottom of this drum has a hose that allows the water to drain out of, and this hose is moved around the yard for irrigation. This is considered the cheapest and easiest system and does not alter the plumbing of the house. However, the water that should be used should be free of toxins, as the water will go directly onto the soil. This is usually solved by using Oasis or Eco's liquid detergents. This type of system has been previously implemented in the house in Oakland. The system used a salvage food-grade drum that cost $15, plumbing parts that cost $4, and a high-quality garden hose that cost $30. The total cost of this system was around $50. For greywater from shower and sinks, a branched drain system could be used. This system uses gravity to distribute the water and therefore requires the irrigated land to be lower in elevation than the greywater source. The greywater is divided, and the final outlet of each branch is a mulch basin that is used to irrigate root zones of the trees. The advantage of this system is that the material cost is low and it is relatively low maintenance. The solutions proposed can also be professionally installed, though it will increase the cost. This will be discussed in the following slides.
There are numerous environmental benefits which greywater systems provide. To begin with, greywater systems reduce pollution levels. Rather than being dumped into the ocean or streams, when discharged water is recycled and used in non-potable applications, there is a decreased level of pollution in the environment, thus leading to a healthier environment for the wildlife and, to a degree, us. Greywater also helps promote the use of non-toxic chemicals, contributing to a healthier environment. Companies such as Simply Green, Oasis, Dr. Bronner's, and Aubrey Organics produce house cleaning and body products that are made from non-toxic chemicals. With the use of biodegradable soaps and household cleaning products with water reuse systems, it means less harmful products will be stored in a household. Lastly, greywater systems help decrease the diversion of water from ecosystems like wetlands. Wildlife depend on a clean and sufficient water flow to their habitat. Water is often pulled away from these natural sources due to agricultural and industrial purposes. When water recycling is employed in these areas, the stress of water production is reduced and more fresh water is left for the ecosystems.
An obvious benefit to greywater is that water costs money, and saving water means lower water bills. This money will be used to eventually offset the price of installation. When buying and installing new environmentally friendly systems and gadgets, often the initial cost or cost of upkeep is balanced against the future payoff in savings. Less pressure on Hamilton's wastewater treatment plant is good for the longevity of the plant in Hamilton's wastewater system, reducing the anthropogenic impact on the water systems in Hamilton. Installation costs vary based on plumbing requirements. The average professional system today costs around $5,000 to $10,000, with additional installation costs going up to $1,000. Ongoing maintenance costs and replacements are similar in cost to regular whole home electronic systems. Installing systems in a new house is generally cheaper and more reasonable than retrofitting one to an old house because of the lack of existing plumbing and infrastructure. Currently, the typical payback period for a Greywater house product is 3 to 7 years, depending on how much water you use, but the goal of the feature is to have the payback be a matter of months. Companies in the UK and Australia intend to cut their prices to 10% of current costs within a few years. As with any environmentally friendly home improvement system, Greywater systems are costly upfront but pay themselves off later economically in lower bills and ecologically in lower impact on municipal water use. Whether the Greywater system is worth it is up to the consumer's willingness to pay, but as technology develops and more people invest in their own Greywater system, the cost of these systems will only decrease, while their efficiency and feasibility for the everyday household increases.
By employing water reuse systems like Greywater, a consumer can see significant changes to their household water bills in a positive way. A system like this can reduce municipal water usage by about 50%, and a similar reduction could therefore be seen in your water bill. In fact, Chris Thompson of Project Innovations has estimated that a household could save 30 to 40% of their water bill annually with a Greywater system. While water prices vary with locations, an example from Victoria, BC illustrates how much saving can be done with Greywater when used for irrigation. For the Victoria area, potable water costs about $1.50 per meter cube, which includes the flat fee plus usage charge assuming 300 meter cube per year usage. Outside of a greenhouse, irrigation is usually not necessary from November to February, which is 4 months or a third of the year. So 300 meter cube used per year times 75% as Greywater times 67% of the year when watering is needed times $1.50 per meter cube allows the consumer to save $226 per year on their water bill. With watering restrictions and the uncertainty global climate change brings, Greywater reuse into the realm of at least being desirable.
Overall, implementing Greywater systems in Hamilton will increase in feasibility by saving money for consumers in the municipality and will reduce impacts and increase longevity of the wastewater system in Hamilton. Therefore, we believe Greywater systems can be seen as a permanent solution for new and existing neighborhoods.